G'day skate champions and welcome to Flat Ground Friday Season 3 Episode 14. This here is George. He has a very successful YouTube channel and he's very good at skateboarding. Earlier this week he came out with another great video which was about the hacks for ollies, shove-its I think, and kickflips. What I took out of it was he had this hack to improve your ollies, to sort of level them out, which was just to sort of nosedive. At first, just to sort of suck your back foot up a little bit, and from there you could level out a lot better, which is something I need to really improve on. So let's try that out now. Alright, so I started with my stationary ollies without working on the sort of nosedive, and even though I haven't watched the footage, I'm pretty sure you can see that it's more of a rocket ollie. And then I did the rolling ollies and it was pretty much the same. Maybe leveled out, but not as high as really I could go with my front foot, where my back foot could follow. I thought that maybe having an obstacle to ollie would be a really good test for this, because that's something I don't do a lot of. And there just happened to be a half empty, a half full, depends how you look on life, can of Bundy rum, and also an unopened can of Bundy rum, which would be an ideal, iconic Australian obstacle to ollie over. So I did that just with my standard ollies, and then I tried the nose diving on stationary, which, I think the balance was a little bit strange to begin with, but I could really feel it coming down on my front trucks, and knowing that I was making some sort of, like, I guess, up and down motion with the board, and then tried that moving, and that was a bit strange at first, sort of moving into a nosedive, but I think it was beneficial. More than the physical movement, it kind of just really moved into my head that I was really operating on sort of that up and down sort of motion. And then back to the Bundy rum, and but yeah, it was definitely weird trying to nosedive over an object. But I tried this for a little while. I got what I felt like was a couple of decent ones, hit the can a few times. I apologise to the original owner for that, just in case they wanted to come back and finish them off. I'll leave them on the side for you. This definitely moved beyond the physical movement of it to a mental capacity, where it is that muscle memory where you just think about it and your body does it. I believe I took a lot out of that. Let's just see what sort of changes that make in the rest of the flat ground tricks. I'm thinking that maybe, you know, with kickflips and stuff might help sort of level out 180s, all of them really. It's the fundamental trick, the ollie, right? So let's get stuck in. Straight up, I definitely was overthinking the nosedive on the frontside 180s. It just wasn't working for me. Definitely overthinking about it. And then yeah, I got one where I definitely landed on my front wheels first, so I'll take that. Then back 180s, not too bad. Then fakie frontside 180, struggled with those surprisingly. I got one, which was okay. And then the half cabs, these aren't very pretty for me. I'm not totally getting them. Yeah, with top shove-its, really struggled with this one. I'm not sure why. I thought the ollie going into it would have helped me, and it should have helped me, I think, technically, but I definitely did overthink it, and that one was all on me. But yeah, I got one in the end, which was okay. Front shove, always feeling close with these. Definitely not popping up as high as I'd like to. I got a tic-tac away, so I take that. But I totally forgot to do my my ollie variations with the nosedive, so let's give those a go. I definitely, with the fakie ollies, this really was obviously an improvement. Once again, just the mentality of trying to nosedive, even though I couldn't on the nollie and switch ollie, I think it improved just the getting it up off the ground a little bit. So another gem there, George. Thanks for that. Now let's move on to the fakie big spins. All right, I have to admit it, this fakie big spin, which has nothing to do with George's ollie tip. You know, I spent way too long on it. I got probably the dodgiest one ever. But now I want to try some kickflips. Try and level them out. I've got about 5 minutes, then we're going to go. All right, so try to implement just thinking more forward and getting that nose up and then back down. And to begin with, all it did was put me way off. My arms were just like going every which way. My feet, you know, I got 360s and mess up going on at this point. Toe dragging everywhere, board wasn't lining up. And it's just that one extra element, right? Like there's so much to think about in a trick like this, and then you add an extra thing like doing a nosedive, and it kind of just tweaks everything a little bit, all the way down the mental chain, and you stuff it up. Definitely what happened was I was just landing on my nose heaps, like way forward, but I kind of felt okay with the flick a bit more than usual. And then I got this one which the board kind of didn't rotate straight, so got away with it, which is pretty lucky. And then got another one which was again way further forward on the nose, but rolled away with it. So yeah, I think there were some learnings that not ollieing straight away, because that rocket can put you off, but you're ollieing into it. If you can get that straight, like I'll keep working on it, but if you can get that straight, get that flick off and get around, you're gonna have a way better rotation, which I did feel today. I just gotta work on the other elements and get those back in line. But thank you, George, out there. If you're watching, thank you so much. That tip really just added a new element to my tricks and my mentality going into tricks, which is gonna benefit me going forward. If anybody else out here there has any other tips, please let me know, because we're all trying to improve and progress. And with that, I better go. I'll see you legends next week. Remember to keep skating, keep having fun, and of course, keep progressing. Take it easy, legends. But I forgot to do my fakie ollies with the nosedive, so let's give that a try. Oh, give that a try. This fakie big spin, which has nothing to do with George's triptych. Triptych? No.